serious, what is it like to have children you don't want? I can tell you what it's like, being the unwanted child. I went to the dentist once in my first 17 years. I had broken my nose twice, and I just had to walk it off. I never saw a doctor. I would get yelled at if my shoes wore out too quick, and they were Payless $19.99 shoes. As soon as was able to drive, the dinner table was only set for 2 instead of 3 because I could get my own food now. My lunch was a bologna white bread sandwich and an apple for 10 years straight. Fast forward, I moved in with my grandma. She said she would help out with college if I helped out around the house. First few months she got me in the dentist, fixed all my teeth, and I got some braces on. Second, I was a mouth breather, so I went to a plastic surgeon, fixed my deviated septum right up. She also co-signed on a car loan, so I could get around. She embraced every friend that came to the house. While growing my up, friends hid from my dad because he was so mean. My grandma noticed that I would get home and run to my room, and one day she told me I don't have to hide in there, I can hang out wherever I want. That's the difference between being a burden and being wanted. I know someone who was diagnosed with MS and had 5 kids because each pregnancy her MS got better. She was a terrible mother. No involvement with her kids. Imagine growing up and at some point you figure out you were a medical treatment your mother was using to not have MS episodes. How does pregnancy help MS exactly? I'm pretty sure that it's because MS is an autoimmune disease. When you're pregnant, your body's immune response drops, so you don't boot the baby, and it will ease the flares. Edit typo. Whoa, that is weird. I'm a kid to a mother with MS and hers got worse over the course of her pregnancy. I turned out completely normal, but she lost the ability to walk for about 10 years. By the way guys, if you are enjoying this video so far, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. It will help us out quite a bit, and if you don't enjoy the videos in the future anymore, you can always unsubscribe. Let's get back to the video. I have custody of my brother's kids. I didn't want them. I already have one of my own. My brother's kids are not as well behaved as my children. It is very frustrating. I love them. I will protect them and take care of them. I find myself very upset by the fact that I just can't seem to love them as much as my children. It's depressing. I hate myself because I feel this way. I wish it was just my children a lot of the times. My brother's kids put a strain on my marital relationship because they act out so much. My brother is homeless and to drugs with really no hope of him getting better. Sucks. I just wish it would go back to a family of 3. 7 is just too much for most things. Want a regular sized vehicle with smaller monthly payments and lower insurance? Nope. Gotta have something that seats 7 or more. Holidays? Gotta plan on a family size of 7 instead of 3. It's frustrating. I try so hard to not let my nieces and nephews see that I struggle with this. But kids are smart, and I know they pick up on this. I hate that I can't just be happy with this. At least for their sake. Can't talk to family about it. I'm this hero who took the kids so they wouldn't end up in foster care or group homes. But I'm really not a hero. I stepped up because no one else would, but I don't think I'm cut out for it. Edit. Thank you to everyone who responded with kind words. I didn't expect this to get so much attention. I saw an opportunity to vent, and so I took it. I have had these kids for almost 7 years now. I love them, and I will see this through until they are grown and on their own. I don't know any of you, but your kind words help. Thank you so much. I have kids, and I wanted them. But I was an unwanted kid. My mom and non-bio dad married when I was young. He raised me, but I never felt love from him at all. He married her to get her out of a bad situation. I thought he didn't want kids, but when I was about 5/6, my sister was born. He wanted kids. He just didn't want me. I saw how different he was with her and his other kids they had later. Those who have kids that you don't want they're aware on some level. I was the literal red-headed stepchild. My mother married him when I was 4 years old. I'd get hit, locked in my room, and just assumed this was normal dad stuff. My brother was born when I was 8 years old. It me to note the difference. My primary function became almost full-time nanny for him and later my sister. I remember getting beat because I wasn't doing a good job potty training brother. The state removed me from the home after I was almost beat to death by him. That guy, he died miserably of liver. My mother never left him. Every now and then well-meaning aunties tell me I regret not being close to my mother, and I just kind of laugh. I made myself, without her, no need to try to wedge her back into my life. My ex-husband was emotionally abusive, and, if I'm being completely honest with myself, forced me into getting pregnant 3 months after going into labor and losing our daughter at 20 weeks. I wasn't ready and I hadn't really had a chance to grieve. He quit his job 3 days into my required maternity leave, so I had to go back to work as soon as physically possible. Our son was 13 weeks early, spent 2 months in the NICU and cost over $1 million in his first year. Thank goodness for good insurance. Now my son is almost 7. His father hasn't been in the picture for years, and until recently, I was doing it all on my own. My son showed incredible strength to grow big enough to breath on his own and come home, so I've made it my mission to give him a great life and make sure he never knows that I didn't want to be a parent after my daughter died. I commend you for staying strong and fighting the good fight. Deadbeat dads are puzzling entities. I will be a father this month or the next, and I want to be in the picture 100.00%. God bless you. I know you will give yourself and yours a great life. This is kinda crazy because I was just thinking about this today. I'm not gonna use a throwaway or anything. Not that I think anyone on here would actually know me. When you have a kid you kinda get this idea in your head on how things are gonna be. How you're going to teach them things, share special moments as they learn, and have this cool amazing bond. Then your kid comes into this world and is not at all what you expect. My kid is special needs and has major developmental delays. He's 2 and basically just lives in his own world. Doesn't communicate, doesn't respond to his name, and has basically missed every single milestone out there. So you feel regret, despair, and a whole bunch of other negative stuff. Especially guilt. It wasn't his fault he came into the world this way. He didn't ask to be here. So there's a lot of complex emotions going on. However bad it makes me feel though, I just kind of wish he didn't exist. For instance, as I was writing this, I went to the bathroom, and in the 3 minutes I was gone he took a dump, forced both his hands into his diaper, and smeared all over his face and pinned everywhere else. Now my whole apartment reeks, and I had a half hour of cleanup, because I left my toddler alone for all of 3 minutes. This isn't the first time this has happened. I just can't connect with him, and it has me feeling like I'm just his caretaker, rather than his dad. Well, I did not want my child, and if given the chance, to give him up to parents who have the economic stance and who will truly be there for him and love him, then I would. But even though I do not want him, it doesn't mean I do not love the living out of him. He is my world. My love bug, my baby bears, my honey buns. I would die for him, and in a way I did. I did not plan it. I was on Depot. Depot stopped my periods for a whole year. The one time they skipped a pregnancy test to approve my next dose was the one that would have told me I was pregnant. I'm poor, so it took a while for me to be able to see a proper doctor with an actual ultrasound. By the time we found out how far along I was, it was too late for an abortion. I wasn't ready. I'm still not ready. I didn't grow up well, so I didn't know love, and didn't know how to give it. But once he was in my arms I felt it, and try to give it to him any way I can. I might not have much, or much money, but it all goes to him. I wish he could have had a better mom and a better life. I feel bad he ended up with me. He is amazing. And so handsome. I want him to have a better life, one he deserves, and now I can't give to him. Ex-girlfriend baby trapped me. She stopped taking her birth control and didn't tell me. Then cheated on me while pregnant. She was, and still is a person. At that point I wanted nothing to do with her and was not prepared to be a father. I was young and dumb and still learning who I was and what I wanted to do with my life. She gave me the option to walk away and never see the kid again. I thought about it, but couldn't bring myself to. Knowing my kid was out there was going to weigh heavily on my conscience. It was difficult at times. While my friends were studying, partying, traveling, I was working and learning to be a father. I didn't want this kid, but here I was, and I was going to make the best of the situation. My daughter is 13 now, and I have full custody. Her mother is a piece of my daughter is old enough to know the difference. She's with me now, and I couldn't be happier. My daughter is a driving force in my life. I need to be responsible. I need to be accountable. I need to be financially successful. It keeps me going forward and has really made the man I am today. Having a kid when you're barely 20 has ways of making or breaking someone. My daughter was the child I didn't want, but ended up being what I needed. Being an unloved child is the greatest pain and destructive force a human being can endure. If you don't want a child, use birth control. If you get pregnant anyway, give the child up to an adoptive parent who wants a child to love. I don't want kids, and this is why I get so annoyed at those few people who say stupid like it's different when it's your own or, but if you have one then I'm sure you'd love being a parent. Like, okay, and what if I don't? You're telling me I should just have one anyway because I might find it's actually what I want? It's not as if I can return the baby to the baby store if it doesn't work out. It's a person, not an appliance. I'm not willing to gamble a whole new human being's life on, well, it might actually be okay. What a horrible thing to do to a child who never asked to be born. Based on the stats for who murders/abuses kids, their parents, I'd say there's enough evidence that it isn't always different when it's yours. I think if you're not sure you want kids, then don't have them. Don't should be the default. There are far too many unwanted kids in families already. I'm really not proud to share this, but I went through a period of bad resulting from in a relationship with the dad, so I actually had a period of time where I didn't want my children. Not as in I didn't want them to exist, I do and always have loved them, but I didn't want them with me, basically because I knew that I was incapable of taking care of any of us, so I was constantly overwhelmed, exhausted, and just wanted everything to stop. It was the worst and most heartbreaking period of my life because they deserved so much better and I knew it, but I couldn't give that to them, and every time they showed me any kind of affection I just wanted to break down because I didn't feel like I deserved it and didn't really know how to react. I'm happy to say that I'm now getting my together and we have a good relationship. I'm extremely grateful that they are still young and have no memories of the bad times. At any rate, the problem was with me, not them, and I have no respect for any parent who sees it otherwise. Edit. Thanks so much to everyone who replied and gave awards. Wow. I really wasn't sure what kind of reaction this was going to get, but everyone has been really sweet and supportive, so I just wanted to let y'all know I appreciate it. My mother point blank told us she didn't want children and my father had begged and begged her for me. Then my younger sister was an accident. It's always been an awkward, very strained and very tainted relationship. For a long time I held a ton of resentment and disgust for her. It's made me into what I consider to be a pretty great parent, though I wanted children, and even knowing I'd be giving up sleep and freedoms, I knew I wanted them to know they were wanted, planned for, adored. My dad remarried and adopted 2 children of his second wife's, then they had one together, making us a family of 5. Now I get so much in way of a rich childhood for my children with all their cousins and aunts and uncles to love them. It's not always completely life ruining, I suppose, but it did have a profound effect on how the first half of my life went for sure, how I felt about myself. makes me feel sad for both your parents, and mostly, for you. Your mom should have been believed when she said she wasn't right for motherhood. I know so many parents who were talked into it, and in the end, it's the kids who pay the biggest price. It's been a mixed bag. I had my son while I was 22, strung out, and going through a massive depression phase. I worked hard and saved money, and then my dad passed away unexpectedly a few months before my son was born. My wife and son moved into our family home, and it was functional. I hadn't stopped using, and it became the only way I could function. I used so I could work on 2 to 3 hours of sleep a night. Outside of working, my wife wasn't very helpful. Then she got caught smoking pot in the house, and my mom tried to have her arrested. We were kicked out, homeless, and we lost custody of our son in under a week. We managed to pick ourselves up slightly, but we struggled to stop using. I finally got clean and got a divorce. I moved back home, and my son was diagnosed with autism. I was working 3 jobs and taking classes. Eventually I started using again to be able to keep up with everything. Long story short, I'm sober and my son is in college. I'm very thankful for my mother and family for helping me out and providing a safe environment for my son to succeed. I don't have a very close relationship with my family or my son, their choice. I don't think I ever will. I was there during very important times in my son's development, and I tried as best as I could, but it always seemed like every time things picked up, it always came crashing down. I never wanted to have children of my own, and don't consider myself a parent, even though others tell me I am. It's a difficult thing to reconcile, and I struggle with it often. I don't know if I fall into that category, but sometimes I feel like I do. I love my kids, and I'm told I'm a pretty good dad, and sometimes I enjoy it, but most of the time it's just draining. I explain it as being like an introvert at a party full of strangers. It's not that caring for kids is painful or whatnot, just like talking to strangers isn't painful. It's just draining. It sucks the energy out of you, whether you're good at it or not. At a party, my goal is that the people I talk with feel heard and cared about and have fun, and that no one knows I'm secretly watching the clock waiting to leave. And with kids my goal is that they're happy and engaged and feel loved and wanted and cared for, and don't think I'm counting the seconds to bedtime. But accomplishing that drains me. I understand that there are people out there who enjoy spending time with kids, just like there are people who enjoy talking to strangers, and suffice it to say I'm just not one of them. So I guess I want my kids, but what I really want is for my kids to magically be old enough that they are no longer draining, and for me to get my life back a little. I mean, I love them, and I want them to be happy, and if anyone ever tried to take them from me, I would go to hell and back to prevent it. But when was the last time I took a bike ride? When was the last time I looked forward to the weekend, rather than seeing it as an exhausting slog? When was the last time I went into Monday a little rested, rather than just beaten down and exhausted? And, as importantly, when's the next time I'll get to do so? 5 years from now? 10? Will I be young enough to even enjoy it? So, I don't know if I'm in this category, probably not. But I definitely do feel that way a lot more than I'd like. I'm speaking from personal experience with my son and this may be a long one. I never wanted to have kids. It seemed like way too much responsibility for someone like me. I work, I pay bills, I'm responsible, but I can only handle so much responsibility. I felt like kids would push me over that line, where happiness would disappear, and to be honest, I was right. It did in fact disappear. My son was born a little over a year ago. He wasn't planned. My wife and I welcomed him into our lives with open arms. We loved and cared for him, and still do, and we are trying our best to provide him with a great life. But for me, doing everything I can to provide him with a great life is, in essence, sucking my soul out of me. As time went on, and as it goes on, I become more and more depressed, anxious, and phobic about things in life that I used to seemingly love. I've went from this super cheery and outgoing individual to a husk of what I was. But my son doesn't know how I feel. When he's in the room, everything is well. It isn't fair to him that I take out my personal demons on him. I love him so much I can't explain it in words. He's a hilarious little kid. He's adorable and incredibly smart, but the responsibility of him is tearing me apart. I hope as he grows older and starts to become more independent, I'll start to feel better, but for now it's like the weight of the world on me. I have spoken with a woman who feels nothing towards her kids. She had them because that is what the church requires, and her husband wants them. But I don't think it's just the kids. Even though she says she loves her husband, I don't think that's what she feels for him. She was picked on severely growing up, and he is really good to her. I think it's thankfulness that she feels and confuses it with love. Anyway, she knows that it's wrong, her words, to not love her kids, and decided to view parenting as a project with the best possible outcome is have her children grow into healthy, happy and well-adjusted adults. She did clarify that she doesn't hate them or resent them. After all, they were part of her life plan. So she made up a way following all the best parenting advice and making sure she follows through. For example, keeps track of how often she cuddles them by minutes noted in her journal, and if she notices that she hasn't been doing it a lot, she tries to correct it. She also leaves discipline up to her husband because she doesn't want them to associate any negative feelings towards her. She knows they'll eventually be able to recognize her lack of feelings towards them and will think her discipline came from a bad place. From what she told me, she has never explained any of this to her husband, and he has no clue how she feels. This conversation lasted about 4 hours and was the moment I realized that you can choose to be a good parent or a bad one. Regardless of how you feel, it's never the child's fault, and an adult is responsible for making up for what they lack. I had my first child at 16. Only a month prior to his birth, I married my 15-year-old boyfriend. I loved him more than life itself. I also grew up in abuse, poverty, and in the system for some background. I'm now 27 with 2 children from him and divorced. We didn't make it for clear reasons. He moved on or remarried with children. He doesn't have contact with our 2. I reach out monthly. I don't ask child support. I only reach out to check on him and ask about him talking to his kids. The answer's always no. But I try. I remarried, and my current husband who wanted children of his own. In all, I have 4 kids now. I see my oldest 2 as more of siblings more so than my own children. It's an odd relationship, but I do my best as their mother. My younger 2 I did not want to have, however I felt my husband was such a good father to my oldest 2 I needed to make the marriage work for them. I want to be filing for divorce this year. I now have 4 children and the hardest choice to make. My youngest is only a few months old, and I keep telling myself any day now the antidepressants will kick in and PPD will go away, but I know deep down that's not true. I never stopped them to begin with. My children are wonderful little creatures. They are so smart and sensitive. My oldest especially is like me, cries over everything. I still today feel as if I had made the right choice of adoption, they would be better off than with me. They would have more things, more love, more understanding. But every day is a new day. I won't give up, I will keep trying. It's too late to go back. Adoption at this age would ruin their lives. I can't do that to them. This is the end of the video. Thank you guys for staying with me till the end. If you enjoyed watching this, you might as well watch these too.